Today we are going to be making some overnight oats. I have never made this kind here or used this recipe, but we are going to try this today. I love overnight oats. If you have never tried overnight oats, you definitely have to, but I've never tried this kind here, so I'm definitely excited to give it a go and tell y'all how I like it. So what we're going to start with is, let me get my stuff set up here. As y'all can tell by this bun on my head, I was trying to get stuff done today. I was trying to be productive, clean my house, do all the things. And every time I turned around, somebody else was needing me to do something. So that's okay though. I did get some things done, and I'm going to show y'all, I'm going to be switching out the picture over my TV for a more springy picture. I didn't buy anything. It's one I've had underneath my couch for a while that I had out last spring. I want to switch that out and see how that looks. And then I also want to switch out my recliner cover from the brown one back to the black one that I had before. Both of those items I have had. I've just had them in storage and pulled them back out. So we're going to do that together as well. But first, we are going to make these overnight oats. I'm excited. I will try to link this recipe down below, but I tend to forget that quite frequently. So y'all just remind me in the comments. All right, so let me tell you the first thing that you're going to need is rolled oats. Now, use rolled oats because they seem to absorb the moisture better. I get mine from Red Bob Mills or Bob Mills, something like that. They come like a blue package from Walmart. That's the ones I like. We are going to use peanut butter. I've just got this kind here from Aldi. It definitely needs to be stirred. You don't have to put this, but I'm going to, like a few chocolate chips. And then what else? Oh, some cocoa or cacao powder, however you say it. I'm going to be using this because mine's going to be chocolate overnight oats. You need some honey or maple syrup. I'm going to use maple syrup. And then some vanilla. I'm still almost out here. Now the recipe does not call for this. Let me make sure. Oh, salt. Just going to get my salt shaker off the table because it just calls for like a dash of salt. And then let's see, is that everything? I think that's, oh, and milk. You're going to need some kind of dairy. It can be oat milk. I'm just using regular 2% milk because that's what I have. But you can use, you know, whatever milk you prefer. I am going to add some protein powder just for an added little touch there. And then I'm going to also add, what are these? Are these the chia seeds? Is that what these are? I'm going to add those. So let's get busy making these real quick. And everybody does do this a little bit differently. A lot of people will just go ahead, and I like to put mine in mason jars because I like to warm mine up the next morning. So you can pull this out and take the lid off, of course, and just pop these in the microwave. And because we do have a Houston trip planned for tomorrow to go to a doctor's appointment, it's easy for me to pop this in the microwave, kind of stir it up, make sure it's good and warm, and then I can take this and eat this on the go if I want to. I'm going to just try to do 2. I don't know if my husband will like the chocolate one, but I'm going to make one for him as well. And I like to put my dry ingredients first, and then kind of, whoa, did y'all see that? That literally just tore up, y'all. I'm so sad. What in the world? Look at that. That's my seal on here. Now what am I supposed to do? I'm going to have to look for one of those. I'm just going to leave it on there like that, but what if some of that plastic chips off? Okay, we'll worry about that in a minute. Back to the oats. I'm going to put these rolled oats. It calls for 1 cup of rolled oats. So we're going to do 1 cup of rolled oats in here. And then calls for 2 cups of milk, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to do all the dry stuff real quick. 1/4 cup unsweetened cocoa powder, however you say it. So I'll put it, and the reason I like to mix mine in a bowl first is just to kind of make sure. I've made it before where I tried to do it all in here, and you end up with like clumpy pieces of peanut butter, or the chocolate didn't get mixed in good, you know, different stuff like that. So all right, so let's get that out of the way. And do y'all do this? Let me give you a little tip. Okay, so when I have a lot of ingredients kind of just, I feel like they're just everywhere, and I want to make sure that I didn't forget to put something in, or I don't want to put something in twice, I try to kind of keep all of the ingredients that need to go in something in one spot, and then have a place, preferably like a placemat like this, and everything that I have already put into the recipe goes on the placemat. That way I can just visually glance and know that these have already went in, these have not. So let me know, do y'all do anything like that? Like, my brain is so all over the place sometimes that I have to do things like this. Okay, so back to the task at hand. We got our rolled oats and our cocoa. What else is dry? My salt. I'm gonna go ahead and do my pinch of salt, which is just a little dash. And then my chocolate chips. I think I'll go ahead and put those in as well. It calls for 1/4 cup. So just put that in there. Put that on my placemat over there. Phone fell. Okay, my phone keeps trying to fall, so I'm going to put it over there. And since I do want to add some protein powder to mine, I'm going to go ahead and add that in right here. This is just some vanilla protein powder that I get at Young Living. I'm just trying to use up what I have, because I love their protein powder. And then a few of these chia seeds. I don't really measure. I just do like a big scoop in there. All right, so put these over here. Okay, so I think that's most of the dry ingredients. Let's see. Okay, we're going to use this little bowl here to do like the wet ingredients. And I want to see what this peanut butter is going to look like. I need to stir it, because it's an organic peanut butter. It will kind of separate. See how it's doing right there? So I'm going to get this stirred up, and I might have to pop this in the microwave. So I need 1/4 cup of this peanut butter. And just so that I can handle it easier, I'm probably going to pop it in the microwave, just so it makes it a little easier to manage and stir and stuff like that. So let me get my peanut butter in this little measuring cup, and then I'm going to put it in this. Whoa, okay, that's way too much. The outside of my jar is so greasy. Okay. Let me go warm this up in the microwave real quick and wipe my hands. Mercy. Okay, I think we should be good now. I'm going to go get my milk. Yeah. Just sometimes this organic peanut butter, it makes it really hard to kind of stir and mix in with anything else if you don't melt it a little bit. All right, what else do I need that is wet? Okay, so I need 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And listen, some people really do just mix this in their mason jars. I don't recommend it. I feel like everything mixes a lot better if you do it this way. And I honestly might get more than 2 jars, so we'll see. But let's see what else. Vanilla. And then I think all I have left is the milk. So 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to call that good. I'm going to get some more vodka and put on top of these beans. I hope they don't mold. What do y'all think? Yeah, this is empty, but I want to pour some more vodka on this and just see if I can get some more out of them beans, you know. Stir this good. Okay, sorry, I had to just put on the screen what I was doing there. I got a call from my daughter, Kara, and so I was FaceTiming her. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to add the wet to the dry. I don't know if that's the best choice, but that's what I'm going to do. Everything is mixed really well. See how good this all kind of mixed now? See how it pours so nicely in there? So I'm going to get all this out of the bowl. Some peanut butter residue in the bottom. Oh, sorry, I know that was like nails on a chalkboard, wasn't it? All All right, now, do I want to use my whisk? I guess, let's try the whisk. And see, it just makes everything just blends beautifully. If you do it and you put them in the jars and mix them that way, let me know, do you have a problem with things? And you see how like very liquidy it is? Well, that's why you want to use the rolled oats, because they will absorb all of that moisture. And not all cuts of oats will do that, so. All right, when you're doing this, be sure you're kind of going down to the bottom and getting some of the chunky stuff, because you don't want to just get off the top and be getting all liquid. You want to make sure you're actually getting, you know, some oats from down there. And this is going to swell a little bit, so I'm going to give it a little bit of headspace to do so. Get down in there. Just put the lid on. Now it says you can try to eat these after about 4 hours, but I've always just done it overnight. And the last thing I'm going to do is go ahead and give these a shake, even though they're, you know, they've been mixed and everything. Give these a good shake. And I'm going to put them in the refrigerator until tomorrow morning. I gotta wipe this jar. It is so, I don't know what happened, if this spilled or what, but like this jar is so greasy. So I'm going to get all of these ingredients put up, and then we are going to work on those other 2 little projects that I talked about in the living room. So let's see. Oh, here's my milk. Let's see, I got to put my milk up, put all my Wexford canisters up, and just, yeah, do some dishes, and then we'll go work in the living room. Okay, so here's the sign that I'm wanting to just replace, just for like spring and summer. And then I'll do something different. I'll either bring this one back for the fall or do something different. Here's the one I'm wanting to put up there. I think it's so pretty, but it is, like I said, very, you know, spring and summery looking. I think it's very beautiful. So let me get this other one down, put this up here, and see what y'all think. I would really like to find one kind of similar to this, just so I don't have such a vintage and antique piece and then such a modern piece. Even though I do love mixing the two, sometimes I think you need to kind of at least stick with the same stuff throughout. But this one don't look too bad. So like once I put this one up here, it kind of mixes well with all of my older stuff. Okay, so let me quit talking and let's get this thing hung up. It's kind of dusty just from being, you know, put up and stored up. So let me just wipe it real quick. I got this picture at Hobby Lobby, I think year before last. I haven't seen this picture this year, so I don't know if they would still have it or not. I know one thing, I'm about to have to shed this jacket. And I hope these screw holes or these nail heads, I hope they all line up, because I don't want to have to make new holes for the wall. Ooh. They look about the same size. Actually, they look the exact same size. I think maybe I've already had this up here once before or something. Let me step back and look. Okay, hold on. Just a little bit, like a smidge. Looks good. Yeah, now, there we go. That looks pretty. Let me step back and I'll show y'all. And I'm slide this one back under my couch. Yeah, that looks pretty up there for spring and summer, I think. With those blue curtains and with a lot of the blue accents that I have going on. I like that. What do y'all think? Okay, and this is something else I wanted to work on today. I think I've had this on since Christmas. I'm not really sure, maybe fall. But yeah, I want to put my black cover. I've got it out there. I washed it and stored it away, but now I think I'm ready to bring the black recliner cover out. If you have never tried using a recliner cover, definitely try it. If you have a recliner that you're not happy with, or it might have a little tear, a little hole, like you just don't like the color, the texture, the pattern, whatever, I am telling y'all, recliner covers are the way to go. I love these. I kind of switch them out sometimes with the different seasons. I used to have a white one. I will say, not white, kind of like the color of this. It did get dirty real easy because they're pretty thin, but they do fit really tight. See how this one is? And a lot of people don't even know that this is a cover until I tell them. But yeah, I'm wanting to put the black one on there just because I got a lot black going on in my kitchen, and I'm trying to kind of bring a few pieces in here with the black. So I think that will help. So let's work on that real quick. I'll try to kind of show y'all the best I can on how I put this thing on. It's time for me to wash this one anyway. And you'll notice these will come like this, and they'll say on the tag, every one of them, excuse me, that I've got says like arm. The only thing about this brown one that I do not like, and I don't know if it was just a defect or why they did it this way, but they put the pocket over here like where your handle goes. I mean, I just kind of got used to it, but I don't like that at all. So definitely pay attention if you're ordering one to where the hole is for your handle to recline, and make sure it's on the right side. And I do like that it has a pocket that works good for remote. So like there's another one, and then this one, like it says center back of seat. So it will usually come with 4 parts. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me get this one off. And I have just found that the easiest way for me to get these off is to literally just flip my recliner over like this and kind of do it all from the bottom. So the first thing I'm going to do is vacuum right here, because baby Jesus, where did all these crumbs come from under my recliner? Put this up. Probably see kind of how I've got everything just kind of pulled and twisted under here, because I've got it like hooked onto these springs. So I do have to kind of come under here so I can see what I'm doing and undo all of these, just so I can start pulling it off of the chair, or start pulling the covers off the chair, you know. And this is what helps you pull it really tight. You can kind of pull it on these strings. There's some feathers coming out of my pillow, I guess. Let's see. So there's that one. Pull that up. Trying to make sure I don't have any more. Yeah, there's one hooked right there. And I think that was it. I just start kind of pulling them off of here. Okay. Undoing it from all the, almost like taking a shirt off. Careful, because you do have to kind of pull and stretch these things good. Make sure it's not hung up on a spring or something. Okay, I kind of go about putting it on the same way. I put it on, kind of tuck it in the best I can. Then I'm going to flip my chair over, and then I'll show y'all kind of back there how I kind of pull and tug. So here's a before picture of this before I put the black on. And I do find it's easiest to put this really big one on, like the whole center part. So this says center back. So this is where this is going to go. And most of them will have little seams. Like this one has kind of some seams for you to follow. Not real noticeable or ugly or anything like that, but just enough for you to, let me put that down while I'm working on this. So I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's like a little faint, just kind of helps keep you in line, I guess. And the black does catch a lot of fuzz, I will admit that, but I do like how it looks. So I could probably order like this one's kind of like microfiber material. I could probably order a different material and it may not be as bad. And you just want to tuck it in, you know, the best you can. And like right here, you want to really push back on this part that leans back, because when you flip it over, it'll be easier for you to, you know, stretch and get things pulled tight where they need to be. The further you can get it back right here. And see, it has these little things here. So when you're kind of tucking this in, you want to kind of make sure you push those down again. So when you flip the chair, you can grab a hold of those a little easier. And then it fits over your footrest like so. One of these, I think, has the pocket. It's actually on, yeah, see, it has the little hole right here for this. So this will go on this side. And sometimes they don't even come with a pocket. Like, I don't know if this one, yeah, it does have a pocket. So that'll go over there, and this one will go over here. Go ahead and put the hole over your handle there, and then you can kind of guide yourself with the rest of it on where it should go. I should probably pull this out a little bit where I can see. You just got to kind of work with it, and it does get, you can pull it straight. The black does pick up lots of lint, though. That's the thing. I'm definitely going to have to look for a different one, because I like the black. I just don't like all that lint. Okay, hopefully y'all can see. I'm trying to have work room and try to let it where y'all can see. So you see these? This is why I really tucked those in and stuff. You're going to have to pull these. So this part, most chairs have like a little flap thing back here. I just kind of fold those in and just kind of get them the best I can covered. It doesn't look the most beautiful back here, but most people don't see the back of your recliner. If you have like a big open living room, they might, but in mine, they don't. Pull really, really hard and tight on these, like so. And I just find me a spring down here so that it's not too tight, that it's popping off, but so that it's tight enough, you know, that it stays. And when you're getting up and down and you're moving around in the chair and all the things, you don't have to worry about it coming undone and getting loose and looking wrinkly and all that. So there's those. And then some of these don't have straps. Like these, the arms on this one don't have straps. You just have to really tuck it in. But when you get back here, you can really kind of pull it tight, get it up in there. And I have found that they really don't move that much. So on this one, the only spot that there was straps was right here. But you saw on the other one, the brown one, it had like straps on this and this and this. Like, it had straps pretty much everywhere, but some of them actually don't. And I don't know if it's because this one is microfiber or what, but anyway, we got those two secure. I'm going to go get my lint roller, and then I'll show y'all what this looks like with the black cover on. Okay, I've got my little lint roller here. I'm just going to go over this. And the reason it has some of this lint is because of where I just had it thrown in a basket with a bunch of other stuff. And it picked up a lot of that lint from there. So we're just going to get some of this lint off. And I will probably order me a new one of these in black because I really like it. I did not realize how like wore out this one was. And they're not that expensive. I think the most I've paid for one's like $25, maybe $30. But they're not that terrible. All right, and here's this with the black cover on. I really like the black cover. I like the brown too, but I guess I was just getting tired of it. So I think this looks good, especially with the black shutters up there. So, all right, this project is done. Hey everybody, it is now the next day. We are getting ready to head out the door to go to the doctor, and I want to show y'all these overnight oats. I'm about to warm them up so that I can eat these on the road. Look how thick they are. Hopefully y'all can see that. I like to eat mine warm, so I'm going to pop it in the microwave, but let me just show you on a spoon kind of how thick it is. I just like to give it, you know, another little spur until it's early. I'm tired. Another little stir. And y'all, can we talk about these teaspoons that I got at a garage sale a couple years ago? They come in so handy for eating out of a jar like this on the road. All right, let me get these warmed up, taste them, because I've never tried this exact recipe before. I've done overnight oats before, but not this exact recipe here. So let me try them and let y'all know what I think. We got to get on the road. Just pulled them out of the microwave. I just did reheat for like 1 minute. The jar is warm. giving it a stir. Make sure I get it all good and combined. Let's try these. Make sure it's not too hot. That's good. You know what would be good, and I think what I will do, I'm going to cut me up a banana and just kind of mix that in here. Very good. I wish it was a little sweeter, so I might add a little more of the maple syrup next time. But it's not bad. Maybe a little less cocoa and a little more maple syrup will be good. So, very good. All right, well, thank y'all for hanging out with me today. We got to go. We got to get to an appointment. We love y'all, and we'll see you really soon with a brand new video.